Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to learn how to simplify ratios. This first question, we have three numbers that are all part of the ratio. So I'm going to start by writing as 12 is to 18 is to 24. Then I'm looking for a number that I can divide all these three numbers by. I know I can divide them all by 6. So it's going to be 2 is to 3 is to 4. And that is my final solution because I cannot divide all three numbers by the same number. So that is the reduced solution. When looking at question 2, we notice there's a decimal in the question. You're not allowed to have decimals in ratios. So again, my first step, I'm going to write this as a ratio. Now I want to eliminate the decimal. If I want to eliminate decimals, I always multiply by multiples of 10. So I'm going to multiply this by, if I have one decimal place, I'm going to multiply by 10 because 1 0 gets rid of one decimal place. If I had 2 decimal places, I would multiply by 100. If I had 3 decimal places, I would multiply by 1000 and so on. So in this case, if I multiply 1.6 by 10, I'm going to get 16. If I multiply 2 by 10, I'm going to get 20. Then I simplify this down. So I'm going to divide these two numbers by 4. So I get 4 is to 5. So the good thing for a question like this, where you have only two numbers in the ratio, you can always check this in your calculator. So in my calculator, if I just type 1.6 over 2, get a decimal, and I convert that to a fraction, I get 4 over 5, which is exactly the same as my ratio, 4 is to 5. So if you have two numbers in the question, you can always just check it in your calculator by using your division sign and converting to a fraction. Okay, so in problem number 3, we have fractions. We're going to eliminate fractions in this problem. Again, you're not allowed to have fractions or decimals in a ratio. So again, I'm going to start by 3 over 4 is to 4 over 5. Then to eliminate fractions, there's quite a few ways to do it, but I just like to cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply this 4 on the top. And I'm going to multiply this 5 on the top. And remember, it's cross multiplication, so you're multiplying on the opposite sides. So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 4 is 16. And that's pretty much my final solution because I cannot reduce that down any further. Again, if you want to do this in your calculator, you're going to type 3 over 4 divided by 5 over 4 over 5. So 3 over 4 divided by 4 over 5, I hit equals, get 15 over 16. My ratio is 15 is to 16. So again, possible to check this on your calculator. Okay, and finally in this last question here, you see we have a decimal and we have a fraction. Again, a lot of different ways to do this. For me personally, I just like getting rid of my fractions first. So I'm going to make that over 1, and then I'm going to cross multiply. So 2.25 times 5 is 11.25. 2 times 1 is just 2, so I have 11.25 is to 2. Then next I have to get rid of my decimals. I have 2 decimal places here, which means I'm going to multiply by 100 because 2 zeros will get rid of 2 decimal places. So I have 1125 is to 200. I know I can divide both these numbers by 25. So I have 45 is to 8. And again, that is my final solution because I cannot reduce that down further. Again, if I was typing this to check in my calculator, I would type 2.25 divided by 2 over 5. And then I would convert that to a fraction. I get 45 is to 8.